Good morning, Pulp Picks, and welcome to another week of Pulp Picks. I'm Corey.
I'm Fritz.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Patrick.
And Fritz is going to start us off this week like he does every week.
Yes, every week. Yes. Anyways, so my pick of the week is Captain America: Sentinel of Liberty issue 2. It, like Patrick was saying last time, because he picked issue 1, really continuing those like Brubaker vibes, but still doing its own thing. The fact that this is like the upteenth time we've had a Captain America has to fight an evil cabal, and it still feels like fresh and new. It's crazy to me. It's just like this should feel like old hat, but it's just like it helps that like it's almost like there's multiple cabals playing against each other, but also with, and it's just I don't know. I'm loving the conspiracy. Bucky's got his own like side story mission he's doing that's really fun. The art is just like stellar. There's a lot of these like double page spreads where it's like just track and cap across multiple locations. It's awesome. I'm loving the side characters they're setting up. And this is probably the most fun I've had with a Cap comic since ever for me. So it's great stuff. Loving it. Over to you, Sarah.
Thanks, Fritz. I'll be honest, this week was hard for me to pick a book because I think everything that I read I really enjoyed. But ultimately, I ended up going with Poison Ivy number 2. I am a huge Batman nerd in particular. Everybody at the table knows that. But so I've always loved. Yeah, Corey disagrees. But,
I can't.
but I've always loved his rogues. In particular, I think he's got a really great selection of villains, Poison Ivy included. But I think what I really like about this story is her grappling with like wanting a piece of herself that no longer exists, you know? Yep. And I think that in many ways, a lot of us can relate to that. So it's a very relatable book in terms of feeling like something is missing and trying to gain that back while also trying to like take vengeance on people, but also feeling that piece of humanity, you know? It's just, she's grappling with so many things in this book, and I just think it's an awesome read. The art is beautiful. So yeah, you should check it out.
Yeah, her character arc in the Batman book recently really feeds into where they're at here, and it was really well done. Yeah. And that ties me into my book, Batman, and I don't remember which number, 125. Chip Zdarsky is taking over on Batman.
Yep.
If you didn't read his Daredevil stuff at any point, or any of his other stuff, Stillwater, any number,
you're probably living under a rock.
That Zdarsky has been a part of. This is like the ultimate character for Chip Zdarsky to be writing. That street level, hiding in the shadows next to a gargoyle, jumping down on criminals when they're not suspecting, and all of that Daredevil-y kind of stuff. The Frank Miller parallels here are really strong, you know, because Miller did a great run on Daredevil and you know, changed the Batman character forever. This was an excellent start to the book. So if you have not been reading Batman, which I recommend you do, it's been a solid book, and it's got so many great characters like Poison Ivy. But this is an excellent jumping on point. You should absolutely pick up this book. The art is gorgeous. We all were raving about this book this morning. It's really fantastic. And I cannot recommend it more highly. It was excellent. And you know, capes, tights, whatever. There's plenty of good books out there to read that are not superhero books, but if you're gonna pick up a superhero book and give it a try, Batman 125 is the one to go with. Mm-hmm. Corey, what do you got?
I picked Ghost Rider number 4. Benjamin Percy has just been doing a fantastic job on this book. He really gets the character, and he brought Johnny Blaze back to how he was in the 70s. You know, he's just riding around on his motorcycle and killing demons and stuff like that. Like it's pretty just back to basic. And so you wouldn't you know expect it to be anything that super fantastic, but between Corey Smith on art and Benjamin Percy's writing, it's all just great. You know, this issue.
There's this larger intrigue that's running through the book too. So when you say back to basics, absolutely character-wise, but the story that he's telling is complex, and wherever he's going with it, I'm very interested. I've liked the series so far. I thought number 4 is the best issue so far.
Oh, hands down. Bring back the Circus of Crime too.
That was great.
That's
Oh,
a deep
well,
cut.
spoiler alert.
Oh,
I mean, you can figure it out pretty
Sorry.
quick. Also, it takes place in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's It's like, oh, he's writing in his backyard, is he?
The book is great though, and like I said, Benjamin Percy is a fantastic writer, and him paired with Corey Smith, it's a match made in heaven. So if you haven't been reading this,
Or hell.
yeah. According to Jason Aaron, it would be heaven, but we don't talk about.
We don't talk about that.
But yeah, so a match made in hell. The book is great. So if you're not reading it, I will make fun of you a lot. But
That's-
probably not.
It's probably the biggest threat that we can make. We will mock and ridicule you.
Yep.
You know who you are.
Lovely.
But I think that's all we have time for this week. So we'll see you at 11 a.m. for New Comic Book Day. And remember to like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at pulpcg.com. And we'll see you at 11 a.m.
You know what we should start doing is we should start putting out like some cool statues or something in front of us. Maybe not.
That'd be fun.
I mean, it could work.
I'll take your lukewarm response as a no.
Like.